So he took $100 and he said, rich people, spend half, save half, right? So when you rip it in half, you have 50. You save 50. But he said wealthy people take half of that 50, and then you spend this.
I had my off the field money in one account, my on the field money with a different financial advisor.
We prepared him tremendously. One of my dearest friends, Richard Frayne, who grew up my best friend, he was in banking for 25 years.
Okay.
I bring him in twice a year. Not only did you talk about financial literacy, to teach these young men how to establish LLCs.
Sticking to a budget may not be sexy and it may not be what's popping, but it's not going to be about what's popping forever. It's going to be about what you saved and what you're able to do and set up, future generations with.
Now, in the comments of my previous video, somebody said, take a look at some other athletes who are also good at saving money besides Chad Ochocinco. Jalen Hurts, my quarterback. I am a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Since I was a child, that's all we watched in the house. And I recently went to a game. I'm going to add my little picture up here somewhere. But yes, take a look at Jalen Hurts. Now, I know we just lost the wild card game to San Francisco. Don't you say nothing in my comments. But Jalen Hurts has a lot of good tips too, as far as how he saves money, what he does with his money, because I'm sure he has a great contract too, right? But you gotta make it work. Be financially savvy. And even when you are in the $1 million range, live within your means or even live below your means. That money will last. I know it'll last for me. That's all I can say. It's all I can keep saying. It's going to last for me. And I'm sure it's going to last for you too. So a lot of times we see athletes that end up broke, athletes that end up working a regular 9-to-5 like the rest of us because they blew through their money or didn't know how to hold on to it and use it correctly, right? Take a look at this.
From your perspective, you know what it's like when these guys get money.
Right.
And we've seen some horror stories.
True that.
Like, how are you working to make sure that your players have financial literacy?
That's great. We prepared him tremendously. One of my dearest friends, Richard Frayne, who grew up my best friend, he was in banking for 25 years.
Okay.
I bring him in twice a year. Not only did you talk about financial literacy, to teach these young men how to establish LLCs, to just teach them all about the finances of life. I mean, a whole tutorial. I'm trying to build a total man, not just a football player. I want the total man, because if he's strong over here and weak over here, that's not the total man. That's just a football player with a lot of talent, a lot of ability that's going to be broke real soon.
Right.
So we got to match up his intellect on the field as well as off the field.
These financial tips will be able to help you at any point in your life, whether you're making $100 million or $100,000 or $100 or $10,000. Well, let's say that. All right, take a look at this.
Money will really expose you if you're a people pleaser. So I feel like you need to have self-awareness, because if you're out there trying to run with people and spend all this money to look a certain way and be perceived a certain way, you're going to run through your paper in no time. You see that happen with like 78% of professional athletes in 5 years go broke. So it's like, you got to know like your purpose and what your values are. And when you have values, it kind of gives you direction and parameters as to how you want to live on a day-to-day basis. Because if not, it's a million things you could just blow your money on. So I would say it starts there, but you got to have a team of people around you. You got to be able to let them do their job and give you their opinion of like, nah, I don't think you should invest in this, or like to get you to stick to a budget, because, sticking to a budget may not be sexy and it may not be what's popping, but it's not going to be about what's popping forever. It's going to be about what you saved and what you're able to do and set up, future generations with.
Now, those were some great financial tips, right? Somebody else said to check out Marshawn Lynch. I'm going to add Marshawn in here. Hold on. Now, Marshawn Lynch, the beast. He also has a good financial strategy, is financially literate. We're going to make that $100 million work, OBJ. We're going to make it work. Take a look at this.
Realistically, I walk around with my with my signing bonus on me for at least like 3 weeks. I had my signing bonus on me.
You
ain't know
what to do with
no banks and all that kind of like that. So he like, Marshawn, it'll probably be good. If you had somebody help you, want your money, this, that, and the third. Okay, well, I know another financial advisor that I talked to that I'm like, well, I'm gonna just have one over here, and I give all of my money that I make off the field, I just put it over here, and the money that I make on the field, I put it over here, and then any kind of questions I got or if some pop up, I'll just cross-reference. Ask one about something, and I don't understand it. I go and drop some words over to this financial advisor and look at, what you know that? But anyway, let me give you some game on it. So, I mean, that was the way that I worked the two.
Yeah.
I had my off-the-field money in one account, my on-the-field money with a different financial advisor.
I mean,
Shit worked out.
bro, you got the cleats. We can see the cleats right there. You got a cell phone. You got a blender.
for you.
You got a bike. you got a blender. You got a bike. You got cleats. You got cell phones.
Yeah.
Bro.
I got the hook up. High lift, you hear me?
So what made you become so entrepreneurial? Were you always, as a kid, were you like this? Did you have a lemonade stand? Did you mow grass? Did you fix bicycles? I mean, when did you develop this entrepreneurial skill?
Well, I mean, I'm from Oakland. Straight hustling.
Yeah, I was about to say
Straight hustling. Pimp players and hustlers, man. And yeah, I mean, just being in that environment alone, like if you don't pick up nothing, then you dead weight. Remove yourself. You get out the way. And there's so much going on. If you can't learn something, then you got to be trying that on purpose.
Right.
When my boy Jay Stalin said, he said, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And I believe that. And listen, pay attention. We got to last, not come in last.
Mm-hmm.
So like Marshawn said, it's always great to be an owner of something. Now, he owns a few businesses. He owns a few teams or has at least a stake in ownership of a few different teams. It's always good when you have that amount of money that you become an owner of something that pays you back. Right? Right. And we know Mr. Shaquille O'Neal is the owner of a lot of things. Take a look at this.
I met a gentleman one day when I first started going to LA, wealthy. And we were having a conversation, being wealthy versus being rich. And I said, how do you do it? So you're 60, 70, how long? He's like, I've been rich since I'm 18. So he took $100. And he said, rich people, spend half, save half, right? So when you rip it in half, you have 50. You save 50. But he said, wealthy people take half of that 50, and then you spend this. So once I started doing that, then I said, okay. I didn't spend my first NBA check till I started having children. Because I had so much coming in, I was like, okay, I'm not going to rip it in half, but NBA money over there, and I'll just live off the endorsement money. But it was a lesson. And then after year 9 and 10, it was like, I don't know how long I got left. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? But the good thing about being an athlete is you know how to navigate through ups and downs. So I had no idea I was going to still be this successful, but had an inclination of what I wanted to do.
And what was that?
I wanted to work. I still wanted to be around the game. I wanted to continue business, and I wanted to make smart investments. So those are my core 3 things that I wanted to do.
Now, you and I might not be able to afford the folks that Shaq and Marshawn and Jalen have hired to assist them with those finances, but we can find similar people that can assist us. There's always financial advisors out there, tax preparers, accountants, anybody that you need to talk to regarding your finances that are going to be able to help you set up a financial plan. Learn to and help you invest. I was going to say learn. You can also learn yourself how to invest, how to diversify your portfolio, all of those things. So when you come into that money that you're going to get and you need to learn how to save, You'll already have the skills available because you've already reached out to the professionals. All right. As always, thank you so much for being here. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video.